Oh, what about his pardons?
So is there a list of that out yet? I
Well,
know.
I
He,
don't care about all of them.
okay.
I care about
I
two of them.
I do know that and I know you're. Yeah, go ahead.
Lil Wayne got a pardon,
Hmm.
and Kodak Black. Two rappers who you know what I mean? I think one of them was actually in jail or prison, and Lil Wayne is cruising the street, but I think he just got one of his charges, his gun charge, or he's off probation now because of the pardon
So
or whatever.
do you think that was some kind of distraction for? Or what do you think about it?
It's just so weird. It's just so weird. Like, you know, why why him? But then I read a story about, he was basically, you know, selling bribes, you know? Like,
Oh,
hey, if you
pardons or
I'm sorry, selling pardons.
gotcha.
If you want a pardon, it's gonna cost you $2 million. What? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I'll take two.
And I think if you I don't know if you can look this up, but I think Little Wayne, like, he cashed in on his publishing or his rights to his music or his songs recently. And I think so my brother, he was like, yeah, he put two and two together. He's like, oh, so that's why he did that, so he could have some money to give Trump for a pardon. But it's just strange, like out of all the people he was gonna pardon, he pardons, Lil Wayne and Kodak Black, two rappers, who go against everything that, the Orange administration stands for as far
Yeah.
as, it's just
That's why some people were thinking it's a distraction from other things that he's doing, because this is what we're talking about, and that's kind of how those things work, right? Like,
right. Well, he
what's
did
going on
ban
over here, and then what you don't see him doing.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could blame the media on that because that's who
This is
they're
what they're talking
highlighting.
about, right?
But yeah, I just thought that was really strange. And one more thing with that.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he pardon Rudy?
Yeah.
He pushed the limits on everything within his presidency.
This is how he does, man. This is why I don't understand his supporters. Like he'll run you into the ground and then just leave you. Like all the people that stormed the Capitol on his behalf and did what they did on his behalf from his directions,
right,
are fucked. He didn't pardon any of them.
right.
And of course that wouldn't be a good look, but this guy doesn't do things that are a good look,
Yeah, he
like,
puts the limits on everything
yeah.
within government and what he can and can't get away with. Like he's highlighted that there are some loopholes in the Constitution that they just assume that the person in charge would have some sort of moral compass and decency, that they wouldn't cross these lines, that they didn't put it in the Constitution. But
Yeah,
he's a guy that's he's just doing whatever he wants to do. But in this case, I just don't understand why you wouldn't at least try to pardon your son,
your homies. He did do a few.
Yeah.
And with that loophole thing, that's an interesting take. Where shouldn't there be like clearly a presidential pardon, from what I understand, is like, I want to pardon this person, I fucking do it, and there's no questions asked. I don't, you can look at me sideways, but it doesn't matter. I have the right to do this. And maybe there should be more things in place, more checks and balances, if you will.
Right. No, yeah, they need to look at a lot of things.
Like, I want to pardon this person, and it's like, okay, well, they have this, and this, they can't be pardoned. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's a list here of, and obviously it would take 3 hours to read about all these fools, but let's see here. He has pardoned 74 people and commuted the sentences of 70 others. So, like, I'm looking at a list of 143 people. I'm not going to read down them, but he did get some of his homies, like Steve Bannon.
Yeah.
I'll just read this one real quick. Trump's former chief strategist in the White House was in charge of the final months of his 2016 presidential campaign and was indicted in August along with 3 others on wire fraud and money laundering conspiracy charges. Damn.
Yep.
Prosecutors allege that Bannon's crowdfunding We Build the Wall campaign raised more than $25 million from Trump supporters and used hundreds of thousands for personal expenses.
Yep.
I got a thing on that real quick. This is almost done though.
No, that's cool.
he was taken into custody by U.S. Postal Inspection Service agents. What I was like, what? Do they have the authority to do that? But
Right.
it's because of the transaction, the way it was being transacted, I should say. Took in by those agents while on board the yacht of a Chinese billionaire. Not even
Right.
going to go ahead and fuck this guy's name up. But Bannon received a full pardon and will now not have to face a trial.
Right.
So one of the things that Biden signed off on, he put an end to the whole build the wall thing, and said that they are going to have basically a team of people looking into the transactions of that money that came in, and like where it went and what it was spent on. And so yeah, it's going to take up government resources, but like we don't want people getting away with shit like this, because it goes on and on into the future, and people are constantly stepping over that line.
Right. There's no closure either.
There's no closure. And like, as a taxpayer, like you're spending money on all kinds of bullshit. You might as well, like, why would I care if you're going to spend some of that on investigating this and trying to
prevent it from happening again? Totally.
Right. Yeah. Let's just, I don't know, drop like 5 less bombs or something, and put that money elsewhere.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. I bet just on this list, and maybe I'll keep scrolling through here while we're talking, but yeah, it would take forever to, like, my little shit in the top right corner, little bar on the side is so small. There's so many people on here, but this is probably a really interesting read.
But, yeah. I need to see that, because the media kept talking about he's going to do up to 100. It looks like he did like 143 or whatever, damn near 150.
100 between pardons and
commuting sentences,
174.
Damn.
I shot you the link if you want to check it out later, but
that is crazy. That is crazy. Yeah. But yeah, I just as soon as like you said, the distraction of Lil Wayne and Kodak Black was just tremendous. It's just like two of these guys don't fit.
Right. You got 174 people and 2 of them are oddballs. Like, why would he?
Yeah.
Again, maybe there's reasoning behind it.
I think, like I said, he was selling pardons. If you got $2 million, you get one.
And that makes sense. He's got some debt to pay.
It's just a constant grift.